I understand the female mind.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do the Vulcan V-meld.
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're jumping back into r/NeckbeardStories. Hey, is that reforming a Neckbeard series that I just about nearly forgot about? I finished up Linkbeard. I was like, let's see what other series we haven't wrapped up. Oh, yes, reforming a Neckbeard. Kind of dropped out with the holiday rush and all that type of stuff, but it's back now. It's got like an extra part to it. So if you've heard other people read it, guess what? I got that special 4.5 Reforming a Neckbeard edition, which is of course the best edition. Probably also the longest one, since I got kind of a motor mouth when I sit down here to do this thing. So apparently there's a story like in the middle of parts 4 and 5 that OP forgot to do. So we're going to do 4.5 today, and then we'll do 5, which is the finale, on another day. And I hope that's going to work out just fine for everybody. At this point, both the Neckbeard Ed and his father James have left their mother Jabba behind because she was just kind of insufferable. She's a man-eater. She's a dream killer. And yeah, now they're trying to figure out how to make do with their newfound freedoms, so it should be interesting. Let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this Neckbeard Stories cringe. My Journey to Reform a Neckbeard, Part 4.5. A beard's guide to miladies, or gentlemen in this case, I guess. Miladies and gentlethems? Yes, we've seen that before. As some of us might recall, Ed is like totally gay or something, and his mom was trying to repress him. His dad seems pretty like cool about it, I guess. But yeah, now that he's got these newfound freedoms, will he find a gentleman love to call his own, is the question. It truly has been a while since we last met, readers. Oh, preach, a random teacher. You right about that. Sorry, I let it drop for a second. School picked up so rapidly that I seem to have forgotten this story was in my drafts and about ready to be posted. You know, I think we're one and the same. We are kindred spirits, you and I. My little reminder was a new take on my story, read by the amazing, incomparable ReddX. Don't build it up too much, though. And his disgusting, toe-curling, spine-shattering, neckbeard voice that I love so much, at the following link. Hey, included the link and everything? God, I love that. But now I return to bring you this story. Remember my warning from parts 4 and 5, and let us get into this tale. Well, the warning was basically what I got on the disclaimers there. You know, standard neckbeard fare. It's probably gonna get gross at some points, so buckle up. This story begins not too long after the events of part 4. James and Ed had moved in with Jabba's parents and left Jabba all by her lonesome. Do we get a reappearance from Grandma? Because she's my favorite character. Conveniently, there's an anime convention about 45 minutes away, and James gets the idea for all of us to go, as he and Ed used to go to conventions back when Ed was younger, and Jabba was somewhat less of a spiteful bitch than she was now, but only slightly, mind you. So yeah, he wanted to go again. You see what freedom can offer? Oh God, it's such a beautiful thing. Do it, Ed. Do it, James. It's not for me, probably, but I'm glad that they got something that they can enjoy together. So we drive to the convention, and it seems like it's going to be a good time. I, being the nerd that I've always been, dash right to a booth selling Naruto stuff and buy an Akatsuki ring. Akatsuki? What is that? I don't watch Naruto. A headband and an Anbu mask. With my haul of nerd treasure, I returned to my party to see them talking to what can only be described as a giant grease goblin that smelled much like fried coom. That's not a smell that I know. Give me something I can relate to. We shall simply name him Greaser, or G for short. Apparently he knows James from somewhere, and James has ascended from the Neckbeard voice. I think Greaser is going to get the Neckbeard voice now. So James said, "Yeah, I recently left Jabba. It was just too much, G. I couldn't handle it anymore." Greaser, "Yeah, good for you, man. You're better off without that chick. Have you ever thought about dating again?" James, "Well, yeah, but I wouldn't even know where to start." G, "Don't worry. I'm an expert when it comes to women. Every hot chick in this building could be mine if I wanted them. And that's all because I understand the female mind."
Alright, I'm gonna have to do the Vulcan V-meld.
I don't think that's true. I don't think even women understand women's minds. A man's mind, I mean, there's not that much to understand. Good Lord. What about your son? Does he need help finding a girlfriend? Ed interrupts. Well, first, I'm gay, and second, I don't really care for a relationship right now. Wow, Ed also lost his Neckbeard voice. It all had to do with getting away from Jabba. This is amazing. G, well, okay. Yeah, he wants to show off all those pickup lines, pickup artist tips that he got off of YouTube.
So anyways, can I get you the number?
You know that this dude is gonna be a dumpster fire, and I'm loving it. G turns his attention to James. But I'm telling you, you stick with me, and you'll have these bitches breaking down your door in seconds. I know all the secrets. Yes, the ancient knowledge. He truly believes it. Come on, man. There is no magic bullet, okay? Women are individuals as much as incels would have you think otherwise. Oh, God. At this point, I pull James and Ed aside and tell them, do not listen to anything that this man says. It will only end badly. And so he starts leading us around the con. It seems like James and Ed didn't listen to OP's warning at all. They're just like, whatever. We're looking to get some chicks, bro. And then this really attractive woman walks by us. G pushes her out of the way with a, "Hey, move out of the way, idiot." And we all just stare at this man. OP, dude, why did you do that? G, trust me, it's all part of the plan. That girl will come crawling back to me any minute now. You can tell 100% that this dude got every piece of pickup advice ever from an incel forum. Which, if you couldn't tell, was probably not the place to go. Don't listen to those dudes. They're celibate involuntarily. Oh, God. This is a beautiful thing. A failed attempt at negging a complete stranger. You think she's gonna come crawling back? She's just gonna walk away and be like, yeah, what an asshole. OP, huh? G, I'm telling you guys, women like it when you treat them like trash. And they want you to show them who the alpha is and put them in their place. And just watch. If this works, I will eat my hat. There's no way. It was at this point that the cynical side of my personality took over, and I began to wonder just how much entertainment I could gather from this greaseball, so it was time for some fun. OP? Oh yeah, show us all how to show women who the real alpha is. Don't encourage him, or maybe do. You know there's gonna be some fireworks. Ed? Dude, what are you doing? OP? Just having some fun. Just, please, both of you don't actually listen to anything that this idiot says. So we continue to walk around the convention. Obviously that woman did not come back. What happened to the crawling back? It didn't work out? Oh, that's too bad. Who would have expected that? Until we come across someone who's dressed as Sailor Moon. Aw, leave Sailor Moon alone. G then looks right over at us and says, watch how I pull this woman. It'll be easy. He walks up to the cosplayer and begins talking. G, hey, I love your costume. Could I get a picture with you? Cosplayer, sure, no problem. G has me snap a picture on his phone, and as I'm taking the picture, he starts to pull the cosplayer closer, and his hand begins to drift. I tell him the picture's being taken, and he goes right back to staring at the cosplayer. Okay, so just be a convention creep? Is that your strategy? It doesn't seem like that's gonna work out too well. G then throws his line. So I have a hotel room for the next couple days. Maybe you could come by later on. Cosplayer, not interested. G, come on, baby. I could be your tuxedo mask for the night. Cosplayer, louder and in a slightly deeper voice, I'm a fucking guy.
Oh shit, damn, you looking real cute. What's your name?
Thanks. My name is Felix.
Oh shit. I'm killing myself.
What a twist! G's face goes white as he throws his hands up, backs away, and says to Ed, I found one for you, bro. Good luck. Oh, come on, G. You should just press on. You got this far. Why not live a little? The cosplayer then begins to storm off, and G just comes back and says, if that was a girl, it would have worked. Trust me, I laid my game down right. His game, he says. I just smile and say, oh yeah, bro, you got this. You laid your game down quite flat. Just keep encouraging him to make a fool of himself. I love it. So we continue to walk until we encounter another cosplayer, this time dressed as an over-sexual Blair the Cat from Soul Eater. He then literally stares at her and starts to drool. Yes, he literally started drooling over this cosplayer. Come on, literally? It's a figure of speech, isn't it? Nobody actually drools unless they have mental... Oh, wait, yeah, okay, he probably did start to drool. G, you see that outfit, guys? Oh, she's practically begging for me to talk to her. OP, no, she isn't. It's just a cosplay. G, please. A woman only wears that type of outfit when she wants someone to look at her. A real alpha knows these things. She wants to be grabbed and showed who the boss is. At that point, you gotta pump the brakes. Be like, do not assault that person. We are going to have a problem. I will hit you. James, that's disgusting, dude. You can't possibly believe that. Dude, James is transforming into Arnold slowly but surely. He might have been browbeaten by his wife for a little bit, but there is a true alpha lurking just below the surface. And OP is also on board, saying, I'm drawing the line here, dude. Please do not try that. That girl is literally just minding her own business. G, watch me. He then begins to walk up to the girl, and I sprint over to her to tell her about his plan, and she bolts. Yeah, I guess that's one way to deal with it. I would have probably punched the dude, though. This is just a bad situation all around. Why are you still hanging out with this guy? He's good for a laugh, but yeah, this is about where we have to part ways. I can't be seen with you. Jesus. G says, dude, why would you do that? I had that girl in the palm of my hand. Ed, you were literally going to assault some random woman for your own ego? That is all types of not okay. G, you just don't know what a real alpha is. I mean, look at who raised you. Uh-oh. James, excuse me? Oh boy, this... I think they are gonna part ways. And G just might end up getting punched in the mouth. This has more fireworks than I ever expected. G says, my dick's been in your wife's mouth more than yours has. And trust me, you would know what to do with a woman like her. She always tells me how pathetic you are and how small your pecker is every time I come over. You can't even pay the bills in your own house, so your wife has to come to me to get help. What kind of weak little bitch can't even put? He is then interrupted by a straightforward punch right to the face. Yes! Oh, that's beautiful. James threw this punch out of nowhere, much to mine and Ed's shock. I mean, considering the line of conversation, I wouldn't have been that shocked by it. I would have been like, yeah, this is basically what he deserved, talking that type of trash. Who's the real alpha now? G then falls to the ground and starts wailing and flailing about on the ground, holding his mouth. James just walks over him and looks back at the both of us, saying, we're leaving. Let's go. Oh, James, that is quite an exit. I'm proud of you. We then head to the local McDonald's for some food after the con, where James informs us that he brought his magic cards. Hey. So we start playing, and after a while, the Sailor Moon cosplayer also walks into that McDonald's. He looks over to my table and sees us playing Magic and asks, can I play with you guys? My cards are in my car. We all agree, and then he looks slightly concerned. Cosplayer, wait, that stinky guy isn't with you anymore, is he? Ed, nah, we left him at the convention. I really like your costume. It's nice. Cosplayer, thanks. Be right back. When he leaves, I instantly turn to Ed. OP, dude, you got a crush on him, don't you? Hell yeah! Looks like Ed is gonna be the tuxedo mask tonight. Bow chicka bow. No, that's probably not what's gonna happen. They're gonna have a meaningful relationship long term. I don't just want it to be one night banging in a hotel and then it's over. That's not a happy ending. I mean, it is, but then you feel disgusting about yourself the next day. You need a shower. Ed doesn't deny the crush and just says, shut up, sockhead. OP, dude, you totally do, so ask him out. Ed, he's just gonna reject me. What's the point? Plus, I don't even know if he's gay. Now, this man was extremely flamboyant and was also currently cross-dressing, so I thought the chances were as good as any. If he's not gay, then he's at least curious. So yeah, shoot your shot. The worst thing that you could possibly be told is no. Actually, a commenter corrected me. The worst thing you could possibly be told is ew. But then they won't get to play Magic. So yeah, just ask him. It's gonna be fine. One way or the other, just take the leap. But OP decides to pad their chances a little bit and says, well, how about I find out for you while we're playing Magic? Ed, Just don't say anything too bad. Who do you think I am, G? He comes back and we start playing. During this time, he informs all of us that he is in fact gay and currently single. Of course, Ed, still being nervous about rejection, says nothing to him and smiles awkwardly whenever he speaks to him. OP, so what's your name, bro? Cosplayer, oh, you can call me Leah. Ed, it's a nice name. Leah, thanks. You're all really nice. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. James, well, we're going back to Springfield tonight. For all of you wondering, this took place in the state of Ohio. Ed, James, and myself all hailed from Springfield, Ohio, and this event was in Columbus. And there's no mention of my favorite place in Ohio, Dayton! Leah, well, I live in Yellow Springs, so maybe I'll run into you guys one day. Ed, who knows? Leah, well, it's getting late. See you guys. As he leaves, he rubs Ed's shoulder as he walks by and throws him a look. I take note of this instantly. OP, dude, go talk to him. You're gonna miss your window. Here it is. It's fleeting. If you had one shot, would you take it or let it slip? Vomit on a sweater already. Mom spaghetti. Ed, OP, but nothing. You're a good guy with a great heart, and you deserve a shot at happiness. Go talk to that guy that you are so clearly interested in. Ed, well, what would I say? OP, just ask for his number. He doesn't live that far away. Just ask to go to Young or something else that you like to do. But please, God, don't talk about hentai. Not yet, anyways. That'll come up a bit later. Ed, fine. Just stop hounding me. He's slipping back into his neckbeard voice. So Ed walks up and walks back about 5 minutes later with Leah's number in hand and a date for next Saturday. Yeah, you did it, boy. To this day, I have never seen a bigger smile on this man's face than in that moment. Ed had secured himself a boyfriend. I mean, well, not yet, but if you already read part 5, you do know that this continues on. About another week passes, and I asked to go to Friday Night Magic with James. We end up going to the local game shop that's now sadly closed. Rip Epic Loot. Oh, pandemic's been tough for everybody, I'll tell you that much. At the tournament, James introduces me to all his magic friends, one of whom was a girl named Mary. There's something about Mary. She was an average-looking, nerdy girl in her 30s, and she was a true sweetheart. About halfway through the tournament, Mary comes to sit by me. Mary, so how well do you know James? OP, well, he's my best friend's father, so only a bit, I guess. Why? Mary, don't tell him, please, but I've had the biggest crush on him for about 2 years now. Now, you're coming and you're telling me this even though you've just met me because secretly deep down in your heart, you want me to tell him. Isn't that the truth of the matter? Isn't that something that only a true alpha would know? OP, what? Mary says, shh, I don't want him to know. He's married, and it's not right to think about a married man like that. OP, he's divorcing Jabba. Mary just cracks into the biggest smile and says, really? I hate to be the bearer of the best news. Oh wait, no I don't. That's awesome. Everybody's getting laid in this episode. OP, yeah, just tell him how you feel. You never know what could happen. James then comes to sit over with us after his match concludes, and during this time, Mary wastes no time and makes her move. It's probably because she's smelling all those alpha pheromones, you know? Just gets those 30-year-old nerd girls all hot and bothered. Friday Night Magic is the breeding grounds. God, I'll stop. Mary says, James, I'm sorry to hear about you and Jabba. James, don't be. I'm better off. Mary, So, are you doing anything tomorrow? James.
Well, not really. Why?
Mary. Have you been to the Sakura Steakhouse yet? James.
Not yet. Why?
Stop asking why. You know why at this point, don't you? Just blurt it out. Are you asking me out on a date? I'd love to go. Mary keeps pushing the front line forward, though. Well, I was hoping that we could go. James.
Sure. Me, you, and the rest of the gang, and we'd have a great time.
OP facepalm. Mary. Oh, well, I was hoping it would be just the two of us. James.
Well, what about the others? Why should only we get to have the fun?
Oh, James. I understand you've been out of the game for a long time, friend, but at least pick up what somebody's putting down. Is this embellished? It has to be embellished, right? Guys are clueless, but at this point, how can you be this clueless? OP, head desks. As I'm sure we all do at this point. Mary, well, I was hoping that it could be a date. Spell it out. Just 100% nothing left up to mystery. Yeah, DATE. Spell it out. James.
Oh, really? With me?
Mary. Of course. Who else?
The whole gang.
It would be fun. Oh, James. My sweet summer child. Or sweet summer man child. James just says,
Sure.
He seems really enthused about it, doesn't he? Maybe he doesn't like Mary. Maybe that's why he's playing it all coy. I guess we'll have to find out in part 5. But yeah, that's basically how it went from there. They all went out and had a great time and are still together to this day. That's where this story ends. Hopefully I can get started recounting some game shop tales before too long, but who knows. Also, these are not word-for-word recounts of what was said, but overall, yeah, all of this stuff was said. I did inform you that this story just sounds extremely fake, so take that as you will. Until we meet next, readers. I don't really even bother with the stamp of like, is this fake? Is this real anymore? As long as I enjoy the story. Oh, it's not neckbeardy enough, etc., etc. Like, just consume and let it become a part of you and process it as you will. Not all the stories are going to be perfect. Not all the stories are going to be believable. But yes, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, okay? If you haven't had any experiences like this, then good. I hope that your worldview continues to stay untainted by beards. But there are a lot of people out here that have had experiences like this. I've met an incel or two in my time, and that was way before they even had a term for it. But the dude thought he was like the biggest ladies' man in the world, and he definitely wasn't. I'll probably have to tell these stories sometimes. Make some posts of my own eventually, but that's later on down the road. As for this, I am glad that we get to see how James and Ed ended up with some Mathades and Gentlethems, you know, because it is really important to have a partner in life. You know, no man is an island. I love to say that, oh, I stand on my own, don't need nobody else, but the truth is I definitely do. My wife is my rock. I would not be as able or brave to do half the things that I do without her, you know, having my back, encouraging me, believing that it's all going to work out for the best. As I've said before, she's the reason that this YouTube channel exists today. So you definitely do need I was going to say second in command, but it's not a second in command. It's a co-pilot, a partner. And it seems like the stars aligned and found better matches for these beards, which is really the best we could hope for. In part 5, I'm sure we're going to hear a little bit more. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to love it. But we'll have to get into it another day. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. Yes, indeed. Super important. Maybe also share the video around if you should like. I would definitely appreciate that. We got all kinds of plugs and playlists and podcasts down in the description. You can peruse those at your leisure. Yes, indeed. I should probably start putting them in a pinned comment too, but somewhere down the road. We've also got my social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. You know what it is, I hope. We've also got my Patreon, of course, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank them very much, as I do every episode, so thank you.
Robert Waits, Camille, Sarah, ooh, moving up the list, proud of you. Jarhead Jerry, ooh, rah. Logan Wolf, River Jerry, blah, blah, blah. Conrad Ingy, Captain Clown Jerry, Hong Kong, Evan W, Cinnamon Susie, For Odd Lang Sign, Fire Drake, Giggle Jerry, hee hee, Ayuri, different spelling Jerry most of the, Jari the Pirate, Rogue, Silent Revolver, the original Jerry, Jerry's Kitsune, Matthew Simmons, Satori, 211 Jerry, the return of the Jerry. Wow, that's big. Quite a statement. A Jerry, a Juggler Jerry's a Justy Jargonian Jerry, Alunia Demonista, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Atheist Jerry, he's so euphoric, Aurora Wildheart, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy, Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Saruano Ash, hey, welcome to the fold, Commander J-Tank, Dennis Dayton, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Emergent Jewel, hey, welcome to you as well, Aaron Lennox, Frozen Over Studios, Gypsy, Adrian BR, have a minty new year, Jerry's, and so we did, at least the first week of it. I'm Slim Jerry, yes, I'm the real Jerry, all you other Slim Jerry's are just imitating. What's going on? Irish Pirate, top of the Ireland to ya. We're gonna get into his RPG story soon. Wait for it. Itchy Nuts, Just Scratching Bro, a pimp named J. Crisp, J.M. Coon, Jennifer Schaefer, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry, Bowberry, Banana, Fana, Fowberry, Fee-Fi, Mary, a Jerry. Jerry, there's more Jerry than the other Jerry's. Jerry, the Outlaw Mother Trucker, John Hero, John Jerry, Jingleheimer Schmidt. Hey, that's my name too. Sambufa, because if you're boofing, it's free. KJW, Kajow, Crewhee, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry-O, leader of the Thunder Jerry's, Lady Dix, Points Katana while also tipping Fedora and scratching unwashed swamp cross, Jerry Talon. Swamp Crush. Marble Jerry is currently in no position to dispense Jerryless marbles as they are currently locked in an attic. Oh my god, somebody get in the attic right now. Jackass Roll, Melgar the Destroyer, Mr. Kara 797, Natari, Nightmare Jerry, Origami Jerry Steve, Panda Prince Jerry, Patron Saint of Chicken Nuggies, Saint Jerry, Rahman, Phantom of the Pies, Jerry Kids and Jerry Beth, Professor Tom Moriarty, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Saucy Octopus, Stables Eat, aka Jerry Eats. Yeah. Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Teddy the Police, 10-Ton Monster. The Jerrys have got your toes. This little piggy went to the game shop, and he's never coming home. What's your fusky? Tom, but it's the Jerry on the inside that counts. Viking Jerry, what does the beard say? Will Max, y'all heard about Mr. Jerry? He stole the attic door key and put it in a used wifo pillow. You suck, Marble. Oh, snap. Now he's gonna distribute the Jerryless marbles, right? I'm hoping. Comrade Moody, Kira, you're a wizard, Jerry. Redwind, Goose Zonk, Naga Viper, Side Jerry the Cyborg, Saint's Blessing, a normal Jerry. I got new marbles. Now I need more cringe. Feed me, ReddX. Yeah, I got you, fam. Every day, we out here. 100 Jerry's, devour of all things tasty. It is Tom, because Tom and Jerry never get along. Admiral T-Tag, Alunia, Amara, an elusive wild third inch appears. It was hidden beneath the belly fat. Congratulations, we found it. Atomic Jerryzilla, Breaker of the Tom Army, AZ, Babsy Coon, Banished Knight, Barbushka's Radiated Jam, Broken Spine, Horseradish, the original different Jerry, that's Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, yeah, Chevron 7 Locked, Chia, Jerry, Chris Mesca, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, Corporal Admiral, Lieutenant Private General, Tigerian Princess Furry Woo Jerry. I don't always say it, but when I do, I fuck it up. Crib Titties, Cuban Jerry, Defon Jerry, Dopamine Dangerous, Electrical Fennec, Ghost of Alpha, Heeknot. Heeknot is a typo of Geekbot that happened a long time ago, so the K isn't silent, but it isn't overpronounced. Oh, Heeknot. Heeknot. That's working, I think, maybe. You'll let me know. HFT Mayor, Holy Berry Jerry, Hydra Jerry, Jeffrey, my name is Jeffrey. Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's Weirby Apocalypse. Jerry Binks, Jerry's evil twin brother, Terry. Jerry Aldo Rivera, check out that mustache. Jerry Bean, yum. Jerry Roxas, yay. Jerry's STI blew a head gasket. Yeah, Subaru's, it's pretty expensive to fix. Probably, maybe. I never owned one. Jerry role-playing game. King Tom, smasher of Jerry Zillas. Kids Again, Life of a Guardian, Little Ann Woods. Lucia Lovecraft, Midnight Sun, Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible Angel. I see you. One Leg Jerry, working at IHOP. Origami Cam, Ghosty, Raptor Art, ReddX, Dive into Jerry. She's my Jerry Pie. Go drink a Mountain Dew on a cringe surprise. I think that's right. Schmitty, Warbeck Jagerman, Jensen, Schmitty. Snary, the Snom Jerry. Spoonie the Rogue, Spoopy Scary Jerrytron. Send shivers down your spine. It's gonna be applicable in like 3/4 of a year. Just you wait. Steampunk Ellie, the Gaslighting Terry. I never paid you on Patreon. You're crazy. Oh crap. Where did all this money in my freezer come from? The Neck Bro Jerry Con, the original Jerry, not to Infinite Jerry and beyond, definitely. Tuna Fish Jerry, Aquarium Escapee, get that boy. Zestaboo Jerry, and Tom Promise, Jerry Swizz, oh, no bad Jerry, Tom, be good boy, no Swizz, just facts, fully size, go ahead, look up, the race video. And also thank you to my $1 patrons, beautiful people that they are.
You guys crushing the thing as always. I do hope some more people will consider signing up on the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watching some more ReddX videos. Huh? Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, bye-bye.